Manic Street Preachers, Forever Delayed, their greatest hits. My relationship with the recorded works of the Manic Street Preachers is very much love and hate. They burst onto the scene as a glam punk band, unlike anything else at the time, being way too late for glam rock, and all that was left of punk was a sour taste of the great swindle. To make things worse, it seemed the Manics used all the notoriety ploys in the rock and roll playbook to become stars. This album ends with one of their early singles and typifies this. It is called Motown Junk, which is provocative enough, but it includes the line "I laughed when Lennon got shot." It would not have made the B-side of a Clash single. I was unimpressed with the music and with their whole generation terrorist stance, with balaclava hats and self-harming razor-slashed skin. Then I heard the brilliant Motorcycle Emptiness. Then more of their noise passed me by until La Tristeza Duera got stuck in my head, with its infectious scream to a sigh refrain. Then one of them went missing, and they'd all been school friends and they must have been devastated, yet they made one of the great singles of the 90s, with Design for Life. The opening line to Design for Life is "Libraries gave us power, then work came to set us free." And the chorus is just an elaborate repeating of the title, yet the bouncier rhythm and the big production complete with strings is just so uplifting. It is odd that the song structure that they use on Design for Life is probably the one thing I most dislike about them. It is the way the verses to the songs may be literate and political, but the choruses tend to just be repetition of a slogan. I particularly dislike "If you tolerate this, then your children will be next," with its quote about killing rabbits and fascists. And I am not keen on the other songs from that album that gave them a whole string of overplayed hit singles. About the time they were having all these hits, they went from moaning about being bored teenagers to moaning about the English occupation of their beloved Wales. They spent much of the peak of their career draped in the Welsh flag, and while the guitarist started to look more and more like a young professional on Dress Down Friday, the bass player became combatively glam, aggressively wearing eye makeup like Celtic Woad. Maybe it was their non-conformity that stopped them maintaining their period as a headline act. I always think they quite quickly became underrated and were actually much better than Oasis or Coldplay. But it is always something other than the excellent quality of the singing, the soaring melodies and the tidy guitar that puts me off the Manic Street Preachers. Apart from the hits, I really liked Why So Sad with its 60s wall of sound and bar intro vocals. This seemed to be the start of a new poppier direction. There were some great singles released too late for this compilation. Gems such as "It's Not War, Just the End of Love," "Your Love Alone Is Not Enough" with Nina Pearson from the Cardigans, and "Let Robson Sing." Since releasing this greatest hits, they have made a number of albums, each with several catchy, upbeat, radio-friendly songs. They have even started doing amusing interviews where they make fun of their pessimism. I have 2 of their CDs which I found in charity shops, and I will buy more if I see them. I am hoping for another best of, as it seems that every few years a new Manic's album appears out of nowhere, each with 1 or 2 upbeat pop songs, often with strings or horns that are perfectly suited to the Radio 2 playlist. Forever Delayed, Manic Street Preachers.